Hello, welcome to Redmen TV. Liverpool have just beaten Derby County by 3-1 in the third round of the tremendously named EFL Cup. That Pride Park, iPro, whatever you want, a baseball ground, stadium. Absolutely sound. Very pleasant way to watch a game of football. Well, the football was pleasant. The way of watching it was terrible because in this country, apparently it's fine to send cameras to every game in a round of a domestic cup competition and then basically not broadcast them because dickheads. Leaving most of us watching it on god-awful streams. Mine wasn't too bad. It was a couple of minutes behind. It was fine, ultimately. I've seen worse. It lasted. I got to see the match, which I suppose I should be grateful for. But yeah, ultimately, what a ball ache. But it didn't detract, ultimately, from the very good brand of football that Liverpool playing. And I've seen some people saying we were rampant on the night. I don't think we were. I think we were good. We were better than them. And that's the most important thing. You know, I've seen time and time again over the last, let's say, the best part of 27 years or whatever I've been a Liverpool fan. I've seen us struggle in cup competitions against teams that we should be beating more often the FA Cup than the League Cup, which is absolutely our competition. But even go back to last season and a lot of times in recent years where we've made hard work of it, we've seen extra time and penalty shootouts, and we've seen goals from unlikely sources just about get us through. But no, this is how it should be done. You know, we've now got a hungry squad with a lot of talent in it that are chomping at the bit to get out there and pull on a red shirt and battle for a place in the side. And it's showing, you know, there's no ounce of complacency in these games. That's Burton now that we absolutely demolished, and Derby, I genuinely feel we could have done more from that game, but I think we reached the point in the game we thought, no, that's fine. You know, we made the substitutions, we gave more minutes to more players to get their levels up. You know, we're looking at this season as a long thing. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint, to use an overused expression. But you know, we know that we need different players to come to the boiling point at different times, and getting the likes of Ovie Ejaria on the pitch, getting Danny Ings on the pitch, getting Emre Can back in the action, fantastic. And you know, we'll be doing this on the Final Word show tomorrow. I think it's a very important point to make about how maybe Liverpool on the day could have gone hell for leather just to absolutely wipe them off the face of the earth, but we chose. I think I don't say chose not to as such, but it wasn't the number one priority. Because I think if we kept certain players on, we probably could have done that, to be honest. But, you know, we've gone out there with one eye. We've had an eye on the weekend, but not a distracting eye. You know, we've not taken our eyes off what's in front of us, which is a very, very impressive thing to do. And in particular, you know, the performances of the likes of Divock Origi, I think struggled for confidence in the first half. A couple of passes that he maybe could have played. If he's playing week in, week out and he's scoring goals, there's some stuff with times where I think Coutinho's making runs and Firmino's making runs, he just plays the pass. He doesn't even think twice about it. When you're not quite in your rhythm or whatever, I think you overthink things. I think you play a little bit sensible. And it was telling that I said on Twitter that he needs to get a goal. He goes and gets his goal. The finish for that is absolutely out of this world. Seen people saying shades of his goal against Southampton last season. For me, it's David and Go against Arsenal, you know, with a bit more finesse. But, you know, fantastic to see him scoring. He's a perfect example of what we're talking about. He's not up to speed this season at all. Doesn't look the same level of threat he was at the back end. But he's dead young. It's fine. He's allowed to not be world class right here and right now. But the beauty is that when he's been given opportunities in this competition in particular, you know, he's taking them, he's scoring goals. I would be concerned about him if he wasn't scoring goals against these sort of teams, but you know what? He is, and that's fantastic. And that means that his Liverpool career is just ticking over. And that hopefully when the chance comes for him to be called on for a Premier League game again, he'll just be a little bit more ready for that, which is fantastic. Firmino and Coutinho, magnificent. Of all the players on the pitch tonight, they just grew into the game. They were the ones who you could see Coutinho made a little mistake in the first half and kind of laughed. You know, he laughed at himself because he's like, I'm better than that. You know, like, I'll get it better. And he did. And some of the link-up play, again, I put it out as a gift, which looks on the lines of just ready, Firmino, Coutinho, just mixing it up on the edge of the area, causing havoc and getting goals. And Phil Coutinho is a goal threat when he wants to be. Great to see him actually working within the structure of the team and doing what we do to score those type of goals, rather than just picking the ball up, looking to get a random shot off here and there. He actually looked as though he was being a lot more fluid. There was a criticism we levelled at him last week that when he plays in the side, he doesn't do the level of movement that Firmino and Sturridge and what have you and Mane do. But no, saw a lot more of that from Phil Coutinho, and great, gets on the score sheet again, boss. Ragnar Klavan, good to see him get a goal. Good to see Lucas Leiva handling the midfield role very, very well. Jordan Henderson, sound again, albeit one really bad misplaced pass, but in turn leads to the best moment we've seen from Loris Karius as a Liverpool goalkeeper, coming off his line magnificently well, taking Darren Bent out of the equation. Great to see more of that. Not a perfect first performance by Karius by any stretch, but encouraging enough. And there's going to be some questions to be asked whether he gets in the team for the weekend. And I think there's a lot of that, if I'm perfectly honest. There's a few players who put in shifts there, and you think, okay, Jurgen Klopp's going to have to sit down and go, who complements the best, who fills up my team in the best possible way. Is there anyone there? Grujic put in a very solid performance as well, some great touches. Henderson looked decent in the more advanced role. Again, Coutinho, Firmino, Origi getting the goal, Klavan fine, Moreno put in a good shift at left back, Karius in goal. These are the kind of problems that the manager is aiming for, and I'm excited for him to have, because I wouldn't want to make those decisions, but you know what? There's a guy that I perfectly trust to make those decisions, and you know what? Yeah, it's Jurgen Klopp, so boss. Look forward to that. But interested to know your thoughts on the match in the comments below. Which of the players that played tonight are you of the belief that they should be getting a look in at the weekend? So is there someone that you saw and thought that was that good, that for me, he takes the place of X, Y, and Z in the whole game? Let me know that in the comments below. And any other general thoughts. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, like, that's that, and share the video as well. And stay tuned on the channel. Chris is going to be outside the ground doing some of the normal post-match content, and I'll be doing your Twitter reactions as well.